I started telling him, begging him, get me out front of this truck, like take me out, pull me out. And he wouldn't do it because most people have been told you don't want to move somebody with a back injury. He could see I've got a flat spot across my belly. Obviously, I've got a back injury. So he's like, I'm not touching you. I've called 911. I'm not going to touch you. So I panicked. I'm in shock. I'm freaking out. I reach back and that chrome bumper is just back here behind my head. And that time in my life, I had pretty good upper body strength. And I grabbed the bottom of the bumper. The creeper is flat in the middle, but the wheels are still working. And it took everything I had, but I dragged myself out this far, grabbed the bottom bumper, I dragged myself out this far. So now like just my, shoulders or whatever is sticking out from the front bumper. But I looked underneath and if the jack slips, it's going to fall on my legs. So I thought all I got to do now is put my hands, because I pulled myself out like this. If I just put my hands on the front of the bumper and just push out and straighten out my arms, if it falls, then it'll miss my legs. That's what I was thinking. I'm just going to do that last because I looked underneath there. I pulled myself out and I see it's going to fall on my legs if it falls. So I thought all you got to do is do this last push. And I wanted to do that last push and I couldn't do it, even though I just dragged myself out. I remember thinking that you could do this. Like, this is easy. And it was like, I couldn't do it. And I looked down and I had a short sleeve work uniform and my bicep was just totally, it was shaking. My arm was shaking so fast. It was like a blur. Like, I don't even know how to, it was like, so fast, it was like a blur. And I remember looking at my arm shaking like that and having no power, no strength, everything just getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And I was thinking, this is it. And I'm trying to push and my arm was shaking like that. And right then was when the first time that I guess consciously realized that I couldn't breathe. When the truck had fallen on me, it collapsed the bottom of both lungs. I tried to talk, I guess I found out later from somebody later, they said that when I was trying to talk, it was just like mumbles. They couldn't understand what I was saying, apparently, at the end. But either way, I tried to do that push. I couldn't. My arm was shaking. And I'm trying to get my next breath. And it was like, I couldn't take in the next breath. And so I'm literally doing this. I'm going, trying to take a breath in, and I couldn't. My heart is racing because my body's in shock. And Vlad, I don't know if you ever had this, but like, when you're like running or active and really physical and you can hear your own heartbeat, you know what I mean? So I'm underneath there and my heart, because I'm in shock, is like, just racing. And this is the craziest thing, but I literally heard my heart stop. It went, bup, 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 bup. Just like I say it every time, just like you shut off an engine is what it reminded me of. I was listening to my heartbeat, bup, 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 and it stopped. And on the last beat, literally the very last beat, all of a sudden my spirit left my body and I went up into the roof of the garage